One more time for Will, everybody. All right, up next, this guy's out of Davenport, Iowa. Please welcome to the stage, Donny Townsend.
Yeah!
Keep it going for Big Will, guys.
Yeah.
What about Mike Lucas? One more time for Joseph Stalin. Socialist! I'm sorry I tricked you. I feel like I tricked you guys. Clap for Stalin. I want you guys to know that I'm not a magician up here. I'm not a magician. You know, there's one thing you'll never hear a woman say. See that magician over there? I had sex with him. Because what's sex like for a magician? Because they use sleight of hand, right? They're always like, look over here, look over here, look over here. Boom, you've been magicianed. It's too late, you're pregnant. You know who's probably really good at sex? Optometrists. Because they're like, better, worse. Better, worse. Number one, number two. Alright, you're gonna feel a small puff in your eye. It's ridiculous. You know who's really bad at sex? My ex-girlfriend. You guys wouldn't know that though, would you? I wouldn't think that you guys would, you know why? Because she's dead! She died. I actually just got out of a relationship. I was dating this squirrel for a while. I didn't mean to say squirrel. I'm nervous. I feel embarrassed now. I didn't mean to say squirrel, I meant girl. I was dating this girl for a while. And we would get in these arguments, you know, and she'd give me the silent treatment, like women do. I don't know what to do when a woman gives me a silent treatment, so I would just be like, hey, hey, hey. You want a peanut? And then like a typical woman, she would just run up a tree. What a bitch, right? I had this girl tell me the other day that I look like Aladdin. Yeah. She said like I look like a Aladdin with no skin pigment. So, like a really pale Aladdin. I don't know if you guys can tell, I have the skin tone of almond milk. Which means I have the same complexion of milk that doesn't come from a tit, you know? I don't know why I'm so pale, I'm half Italian. So that means I can only wear half of a tracksuit, you know? Sometimes people think I'm Asian. I'm like, look, just because I'm driving a rickshaw right now. Stupid. Sometimes people think I'm gay. I was like, you know, the way I dress or the penis in my hand. It was my uncle's, we were fishing, you know? That's what you do, you gotta learn to be a man, right? You catch a catfish, stroke a penis. You catch a bass, then you touch a penis. You catch a bluegill, you throw it back. You touch a penis. It's not gay if you're fishing, right? Listen, whatever happens between two men in a rowboat with a catfish is nobody's business except for the game wardens. I'm all for like gay rights and gay marriage, you know, but with that being said, is there a more disgusting idea than two men growing old together? Like two grandpas being intimate with one another? What do they talk about? Like, twist my nipples, now get me some soup! Listen, all I'm saying is that Grumpy Old Men would have been a way different movie if they were gay. Right? They did do a lot of fishing in that movie, though. Do you guys think it's weird that I have a pet spider? I actually have multiple spiders, because I live in a basement. So they're kind of like my roommates. Like a couple weeks ago, I had this girl over, and she was talking dirty to me. And then she's like, now it's your turn to tell me something dirty. You say something dirty to me. But I'm not good at talking dirty. I know what to say. So I told her I was going to fill her mouth full of spiders. She didn't like that. Talking dirty is always awkward, isn't it? Especially when you're by yourself. Alone. just watching TV. Hey, there's a reason why I'm single, okay? I got stupid squirrel jokes or whatever. I feel like dating is hard for me. Like, I feel like women don't know what they want. Like, women will say things like, I want a bad boy. I want a bad boy. And then they get all mad at you and take a shit in their purse. It's like, you're mine, ladies. Come on. I'm gonna get out of here real quick. Do you guys have that restaurant Happy Joe's around here? Yeah? Dude, what kind of grown man wants to be called Happy? That's all I have to say. I bet he has a really bad temper. I want to see him just like get angry about nothing. Like maybe a FedEx driver drops his package and he's just like, do you know who I am? I'm Happy fucking Joe, alright? 2 words, taco pizza. I'll make pizza sauce out of your blood. Happy Joe, right? It's more like Happy Joe Stalin. Hey, thank you guys so much. I'm Donny Townsend.
Keep it going for Donny, you guys. All right, we're down to our last contestant, everyone. And then we're going to, I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's going to happen. I'll give you we're going to have our last contestant. You guys are going to stop talking. We're going to have our last contestant, and then we're going to tabulate the scores. And while we're tabulating, we're going to start the open mic. So Joe Beadle will be going up after this next contestant. You guys ready? Final guy, please welcome to the stage, Dan Bush from Davenport.
Yes! Last one! Hey fellas! Yeah? Ever take your lady into a hot tub? Yeah? Get her nice and wet? Yeah? Stay in for the whole recommended 20 minutes? Yeah? Take her back into your bedroom? Yeah? Start messing around? Yeah? And then you look down and her hands are all pruny. And that's when you realize you're about to make love to a woman with the face of a young Rose from Titanic and the hands of the old lady from Titanic. It's like she drank the wrong Holy Grail in Indiana Jones. Her body starts deteriorating in front of you. And then you start to like it. And you find yourself 2 weeks later, loitering outside of a bingo hall, trying to get Ethel to show you her gams. I've been trading pudding cups and hard candy for long hugs all week. That's my energy, you guys. You guys buy condoms? Ooh, a crowd that likes to live dangerously. Nice. My wife and I buy condoms because sometimes we like to role play as responsible teenagers. Yeah. But there's one kind of condom I won't buy, and that's the kind made with spermicide, because sex shouldn't sound scary. It's like I'm taking my favorite body part and covering it in what sounds like poison. And then taking the only woman I've ever truly loved and jabbing her repeatedly with it. A little more about me. I'm a dad. I got 2 daughters. They're 5 and 3. They're the light of my life. My 5-year-old's a real sweetheart. My 3-year-old's kind of a badass. Just the other day I was getting ready for school and she said, "Daddy, I want to wear a tutu." I said, "Honey, the school won't allow that." So she kind of beckoned me real sweetly and I got down to her level and she whispered in my ear, "I will cut you." And last summer I took him to a carnival and there was a face painter. Yeah. My older daughter, she got a koala bear. My younger daughter just got 2 little teardrops right by her eye. And we got her one of those training potties to practice on, you know? But the only thing she used it for is to make toilet hooch. But in her defense, it's delicious toilet hooch. So. I'm 31 years old. I was feeling pretty good about where I'm at in my life. And then I learned that last summer, a 13-year-old girl climbed Mount Everest. 13! Do you know what I was doing when I was 13? See how many grapes I could fit in my mouth. 26! 26 is the number of grapes I could fit in my mouth. Do you know what I was doing when I was 13? I was in the library. trying to find boobs in National Geographics. The more remote the indigenous tribe, the hotter the ladies. I went to a party recently and I met a girl and we started talking about schools and I asked her where she went. She said Vanderbilt. Then I said, oh, that's a good school. And she said, well, yeah, we are considered the Harvard of the South. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could compare yourself to something much better and then add a qualifier and then brag about it, you know? And it's like, oh, hey, where do you work? Oh, I work at MySpace. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's the Facebook for juggalos. Hey, man, what are you drinking? Dr. Thunder. Oh, what's that? Well, it's Dr. Pepper for white trash. So, oh, what team do you play for? Oh, I play for the Bears. We're like the Green Bay Packers, except we're historically awful. But our quarterback did go to Vanderbilt, which is the Harvard of the South. I'll end with this one. Have you guys ever known anyone who's ran a marathon and afterwards they weren't able to shut the fuck up about it? There's a girl I went to high school with who ran one, and then she said, this goes out to all the people who said I could never do this. Your bully said you couldn't run 26.2 miles? That's the most specific bully of all time. My bully's just called me a fat horse face, which now that I think of it is both specific and accurate. So, thank you very much. I'm Dean Bush.
Let's go for Dan, everybody! Alright, so here's the deal. We're going to tabulate the scores. We are going to bring everyone up on stage after this next performer, everybody who's performed, and we're going to name the top 3, and those folks are moving on to the finals. You guys ready? That sounded way less than ready. You guys ready? I didn't know I had that much power. Please welcome to the stage our first open micer of the evening, Joe Beadle.
Yes, 2015. How about it? You know how I know 2015 is not going to be my year? I didn't drink on